So I want to share something with you. This is not a word that I planned to actually post today, but I want to just share something with you. I don't know who you are, but do you remember sharing a dream with me? I shared a dream with someone that watches my channel, okay? It was so cool. So remember I told you guys the other day in the what video was it? It was I don't remember. Oh, it was a "they are selfish" video, right? And I said something about, guys, I had a dream that I was running through a garden filled with flowers, and there was a lot of animals. So I'm going to explain the dream that I had. This is my dream. I don't mind sharing it, but I'm going to share with you what happened, okay? Because there was somebody else in the dream, so I feel like I should share it in case she's watching the channel, okay? So I was running through a garden and there was a bunch of animals running with me. But I was running like joyfully. I was so excited. I was running through the flowers and there was a bunch of squirrels. There was butterflies. Like there's just a bunch of animals running around me. Okay. And basically I remember going down these steps and there was this big grass area and I started doing somersaults on the grass area. Like I don't know why, I just started doing somersaults, and then I almost bumped into this woman, very nice woman as well, and she literally said to me, "You're always so joyful." And I said to her, I said, because people take the small things in life for granted. Like meanwhile, like I was going through a lot. Even when I had that dream, I was going through a lot. And that was the day I didn't post and I was spending time with God. And, just seeing the flowers and the squirrels and all the animals like running with me and having fun, that was something that was joyful. Because when you go through warfare, for those who understand, when you go through warfare, it's hard sometimes you don't really have a lot of joy because the warfare is like affecting your joy, right? So being in a dream like that, I felt so much peace, right? And I told her, I said, people take the small things in life for granted. I told her, like the birds, the leaves, the trees, the animals, people take these things for granted. I enjoy these things because when you go through so much warfare, you don't really get to enjoy the things that God gives you in life that you don't even have to buy. You don't have to pay for, right? So she was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, come, let's go have fun. So I grabbed her hand and we're about to go run I was going to show her, like, let me show you how life can be fun. And I was going to run with her through the garden and she started laughing. And then as we're about to run through the garden, right, I noticed I heard the enemy. Like I heard Satan. Okay. And he came through, like he was on the other side and he got mad. He was so mad that me and her were having so much fun. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the devil. She's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, let's go. So we started running. So he came to try to steal my joy. Okay. Or our joy, because I was showing her joy and we were running. And as we were running to go back, it wasn't the same type of path. It wasn't like the flowers or anything. It was like an obstacle course. Okay. Like we had to jump over things, go through things, go under things. Like literally there was so much things in the way trying to block us from getting back to where I started. Right. So we got through the obstacle course and I congratulated her and I'm like, congratulations, you made it through and all that. And then I remember telling her how the devil tries to steal our joy. And then when I woke up from that dream, I didn't think much of it. I was just excited that I got to experience running through the flowers, but I also got to meet her. But I was also excited the fact that we got through the obstacle course, right? But the reason why I'm sharing this today is because there is a passage that I forgot to read the other day and it's been sitting on my spirit. Okay. And I've already mentioned this word to you guys, but this is sitting on my spirit. I'm like, okay, this aligns with the dream that I had. And I want to just say this. Okay. So remember when I mentioned Mark 4? And in Mark 4, I talked about how the devil will try to steal our joy. When God gives us a word, he'll try to come in and steal it, right? This one is a very important one. It says, okay. Still others like seed sown among thorns hear the word, but the worries of life, the deceitfulness of wealth, and the desires for other things come in and choke the word, making it unfruitful. Okay. So when God gives you a word and says, hey, I have something for you, or I want you to hold on to faith because this is what you're gonna, this is the blessing I have for you, or this is where I'm gonna take you, or this is what I need you to do for your purpose or for the kingdom of God, whatever it is, word that God gives you, right? It's joyful, it's fruitful. right? But then what happens is, like I said before in the other word, so much things go on around you to the point where it's like an obstacle course. It's like so remember when I was running through the garden and stuff like that, that was like fruitful, right? So when we had to run back away from the enemy, that was an obstacle course, right? That could have made somebody just to get frustrated and forget about the fruitfulness or forget about the experience. I did not forget about the experience because I enjoyed it, right? But at the same time, when we finished the obstacle course, I still kept my composure, as in like I still was joyful, and I tried to show her the importance of still being joyful. And I'm like, congratulations, we got through the obstacle course, let's not see there's anything negative, you know, because when God gives you a word and it's fruitful, and then you start to worry about life's obstacles, worrying about things that you don't have, things that you want, and the devil brings in distractions, right? What ends up happening is the word that God gave you, you may not be as excited about it anymore. You know why? Because everything else is around you is distracting you. You lost excitement for the word that God gave you, which means that it makes the word that God gave you what? Unfruitful. So always have joy, always continue to be in joy pertaining to the word that God gave you, no matter what is going on around you. The enemy really tried to steal our joy at that moment, but he didn't steal our joy. When we got through the obstacle course, I saw that as another blessing. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you that when you get through your obstacle courses, when you get through the warfare and whatever you're going through in this life, see it as a blessing. Never let life's distractions and things that are going on externally around you, never let that distract you from how fruitful the word truly is that God has given you. Understand that, because once you start to doubt, lose faith, and you're no longer excited about the word that God gave you, the word becomes unfruitful. Okay? So I wanted to share that with you guys. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.